It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Next on Madden Football.
First opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go from legendary Lambeau. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
There was a lot of questions surrounding Jordan Love. Was he the long-term answer in Green Bay following in the footsteps of the legendary Aaron Rodgers? And I think last year in his first season as a full-time starter, he certainly quieted a lot of those questions. He spent time early in his career watching from the sideline, and he wasted no time showing he's one of the top young quarterbacks in the entire league.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. The man in motion is Watson. Love to throw on first and 10. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. From the gun, it's Love. The catch is made. This is Tucker Kraft.
Great timing and anticipation. The second the tight end's head turned around, the quarterback put the ball on him, and now it's, hey, let's see who wants to tackle this big guy and bring him to the ground.
Look him up on a second down and 8. Love quickly out to Watson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third down, 3 to go. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one on target, it's Dobbs. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Second and a yard. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. This one is caught by Reed. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been a passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
And they'll bring it inside the red zone. Finding space. Gain of 7. Inside the 20. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To throw is Love. And he's in. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step, and a strong performance here certainly helped him achieve that goal.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. First carry for David Montgomery. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
A second down throw for Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
From the gun, it's Goff. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Rashawn Gary, former Michigan Wolverine, in there to take him down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, on fourth down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. Out to return this for the Packers, it's Keyshawn Nixon. Now, fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Packers offense going to take over now for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Love to throw. This one up top for Dobbs.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Again, working deep downfield. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in, because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Those are the back-breaking plays defensively that you just can't allow. You have the quarterback dead to rights. You're about to get off the field, and instead, you let him turn into a runner, big play, and he picks up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Love. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. Here's Love. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Right side, catch made by Dobbs. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will get into the end zone. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
McManus on for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Packers move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Linebacker Isaiah McDuffie ends the play there. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one taken in by St. Brown. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They move Laporta, sending him in motion. Goff to throw on 1st down. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Lions 1st down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at three situations. Can you run the ball in the fourth quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting and waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
One more time for Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Lions first down. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Lambeau Field. After this, here's 1st and 10. Goff to throw. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw is Goff. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal. He's taken down at about the 8.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
It is brought in the end zone. Tim Patrick, touchdown Lions.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Makes the score, Packers 14, Lions 7.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff can get a chance to look him over during the break. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Love. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum because so far they've come out hot in this one.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Love. That one intercepted. Picked off by Amik Robertson.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
The Lions offense going to take over just before the half. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes. And once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
On 2nd down, Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They'll spread the formation here. Let's see what the call is on 3rd and inches. Goff to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Goff. Over the middle. He's got St. Brown. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. He'll find Montgomery out of the backfield. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Halftime now at Lambeau. And the Packers are on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. It was the Packers' leading man, quarterback Jordan Love, who turned in a solid performance in that 1st half. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this 2nd half, about to get started. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. The 2nd half is underway. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Lions offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Williams in motion. They'll go play action with Goff. Right side, that's Laporta, the tight end.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Williams in motion. Throwing on second down. Goff. Catch is made. That is Williams. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Lions.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. A 2nd down throw for Goff. That's to the big tight end, Laporta. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On play action, Goff to the right side. That's St. Brown. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Throwing, Goff. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Texas A&M.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he would get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch, and now 4th down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Lions offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Patrick motioning here. On 1st down, it's Goff. This one caught by Patrick. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
And the Lions, 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Montgomery. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
On 4th down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. His kick is good. And the Lions are back within 4 at 14-10. So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get back at it. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. It was Derek Barnes with the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. On 2nd down, Love. He'll take a shot for Watson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making, and I think it was pretty good defense. Just turned out to be a better throw.
1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Love. He's got it at the 3. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Packers. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He's got it. And the Packers are out to a 21-10 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball. Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
To the right side here, pass is caught, and they're going to work this down inside the 45.
I love the timing between the receiver and the quarterback. It's a really nice route. He's going to take this up the field, and then when he pulls that string back and he comes out of his break, the ball is there immediately. You can't wait for the receiver to actually look. This ball is well in the air before that receiver comes out of his cut.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Goff to throw on first down. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Lions.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. That one, taken in. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Important moment here for the Lions as they're going to go for 2.
The Lions will set up.
From the gun, it's Goff. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Jordan Love and the rest of the Packer offense ready for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's Love. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Throwing on 2nd down, Love. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll get this close to a first down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down. Third and a yard. They'll drop to throw. Open is Kraft. He's got it. Here's the third and final timeout for the Lions. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. A couple of third down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win for the Packers. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.